All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in the 1/3, and Adawan Ratazah. This lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and Tawada. Abanawa Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Forgive me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, woe to the worshipers of the beast. Okay. Woe to the worshipers of the beast. All right. So what we're going to do here, we're going to check the audio. Woe to the worshipers. All right. We are live. Okay. So I want to do this lesson. I really want to do this lesson as a prophetic exhortation. I just came across, just another, clickbaiting, sensationalist TikTok video, but it brought light. Okay. It brought light to the mindset of Jake. And that's what I've been looking at lately is the slave mentality that Jacob has here in captivity. And would the MOT be on the way, because the system is here, you're going to start seeing how much people really worship the beast. And what is the beast? Well, the beast is the ancient Roman Empire that we see today, constructed through NATO, EU, and America. So if you sum it up, okay, the beast is Esau system. It's Esau's rulership through NATO and America. So within that system, there's also an image, and we collectively are, within this image, but we're not worshiping it. Okay. We use the world. We don't abuse it. But what I'm noticing is a lot of Jakes truly rely on the beast and they rely on the image, and that's going to lead them to getting the mark. Put it together. Worshiping the image plus through the beast equals the MOTB. Now, I hope my Wi-Fi is working. Got to fight through it, right? So let's see where we want to start. We checked the audio, so let's go here. Okay, we're going to go into a couple things, but I really want to emphasize on Jake's servitude right now, because I had this video. Let me show you real quick. Okay, let me do this. All right, let me get you where I'm at right now. So let's go here. Now check this out. I'm not saying that this is real. I'm not saying that this is true news, but just I want you to hear this, okay? So let me see. It was on Instagram. Hold on. Saying that this is true news, but just okay. Check this out.
Maximum in the U.S. soon. A new law has been introduced into Congress that would make it so employers would have to cut the work weeks for their employees at 32 hours. Anything over 32 hours would constitute a fine. And if repeated violations happen, it could even mean jail time.
So I said, well, let me look that up. Okay. So I said, well, let me look that up. Now, I didn't find anything that, like, right here, you got 32-hour work week. Trump mentioned this in, I think 2023. So I haven't found anything. Okay. I just want to make sure. I haven't found anything that is saying that this is true. But what was funny was the comments that I was seeing Jake women. What that mean about my 40 hours? But what about overtime? I said, damn, everybody's a slave. Everybody's a fucking slave. Everybody's a slave. Now, I'm not saying this is true, but my next point I want to bring up is, remember there was a rumor about Trump's cutting snaps, and everyone ran to the internet crying. You worship the beast. You worship the beast. Who gives a fuck if he cuts hours? Universal basic income, MOTB, put it together. These things need to happen. So what I realized, I said, wow, not necessarily always true news, but even fake news exposes where people's faith is in. So when you see things like this, this is showing how many of our people actually worship the beast, actually rely on the image, actually trust in oppression. So let's get that. If brother wants to put that trust in oppression, I can get it. But look, Jeremiah 2:14. So like I said, I'm not saying that's true. I just happen to come across it because there's so much news and information and sensationalism going across. You got to stick to the scriptures. Does the scripture say that there will be a prophecy of 32-hour work week? No. Okay. So we stick to the scriptures, but within that, in particular, things come across the board and you read it, analyze it, then process it and break it down. Jeremiah 2:14. Is Israel a servant? Yes. Is Israel a homeborn slave? Yes. Why is he spoiled? The average Israelite in America, okay, you want to come to America? No. The average Israelite in America is a slave, man, okay? The average Israelite in America actually trusts in oppression, all right? So you got to understand, you're dealing with slaves. You're dealing with Jakes that have years of a slave mindset put upon them. Let me get one more, okay? And now they're not ready for the rug to be pulled from under their feet, so they're going to do anything and everything that Massa tells them to do, and Massa is going to tell them to take the mark. Now, real quick, Isaiah 3:12. It says, let's see here. Isaiah 30:12. It says, wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. So Jake is in the mindset to want to stay in Egypt. Remember, we want to go back to Egypt. So this mindset has transitioned to this empire like the ancient Roman Empire has transitioned to now. So woe to you that worship the beast. You know, there's nothing wrong with using the system. You know, I'll use Snap. I'll use EBT. I'll use Medic. I'll use all that shit. But it don't mean I'm worshiping. It don't mean when they cut it off that I'm going to be saying I'm through. It don't mean that I'm going to take the mark to continue to have access to the benefits. Okay. Woe to them, right, that have received benefits. Second Ezra, was that 8 or 9? So when I saw that little clip and I said, well, I don't even know if this is true news. So I looked it up and I didn't see anything, you know, it's in talk, but just even reading Jake complaining about not getting their 40 hours, not getting their overtime. I said, you're a fucking slave, man. So woe to you that worship the beast. Woe to you that worship Esau. Woe to you that go down to Egypt for help. Let me grab that real quick before we get into some beast scriptures, since I'm in Isaiah 30. Right here. We can do this one, but let me just get 31. Because Egypt is also America, if you didn't know. Bondage, house of bondage. All right. Revelations 11:8. And their dead bodies lie in the great city, which spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified. And you want to stay here where our Lord was crucified, where our dead bodies lie in the street, this bitch-ass great city, excuse my language? You want to stay here? You want to worship this man? You want to worship this beast? You want to backstroke in this image and his military and his religion, his faggotry, you know, his idolatry, his obesity? You want to stay here and let the woman be over you? Isaiah 31:1. It's like a wicked order now, because you know in Corinthians it says Yahweh Shai, man then woman. It's like Satan, Esau, woman, child, then Jake. Straight up, bro. It's like Satan, Esau, black woman, child, then Jake. No. Mose, transmissions, then Jake. It's a wicked ass order here, man. Woe to you that worship this beast system, which now you can see the MOTB system. And we're going to go to Revelations and break down the beast more for any new listeners. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Woe to you that go to the beast for help. Woe to you that trust in Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, even though the Lord's got his prophets out in the highways and hedges telling you where to go, telling you who to call on, telling you who to trust. So woe to you that worship this beast. And you worship the beast by taking that jump shot, you know? You worship the beast by voting. You worship the beast by showing up to your son's prom and the niggas in a dress. You worship the beast being a Freemason. You worship the beast shaving your head. You worship the beast getting a lineup, IUIC. All right? And Jake, the average Jake, they're like, we won't survive without this beast. We won't survive without the image. We won't survive without the mark. That's how they're acting. It says, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. See? because they worship the beast. They worship the image. Now, I made a statement earlier, which you've heard our elders even tell us, you can use welfare, you can use SNAP, absolutely. But just because at a SNAP is cut off, that don't mean that you're done. That don't mean you're through. But if you feel that way, that's because you're a worshiper of the beast. You worship Esau. You worship man. You worship the system. You trust in oppression. You know, that's why I said, as soon as I saw that little video, I clicked in the comments, and all I see is black women complaining about, are they going to get their 40 hours? You're thinking like a fucking slave, man, because you're still a slave. See, there's one thing about Israelite men that the Lord is dealing with, and I'm talking about the hopeful elect man. Not every Israelite man either, but the hopeful elect Israelite man has a kingdom mind mindset. We have a is it a nationalist? Let's look up, what is a nationalist? I was talking to the brothers yesterday after camp about this. Let's put what, I got my caps on. What is a nationalist? Let's see. Let me go over here. A nationalist is a person who strongly identifies with their own nation and vigorously supports its interests. See, we vigorously support the interest in our nation's rule, okay? While the average Jake does not, even the Jake woman, because she has a leg up in the society according to the image, according to the prophecy. Okay, a woman shall surpass a man. This is a queen of heaven society that we're in, especially to the explosion or deterrent of interest of other nations. Exactly. So we are actually we have a mindset of our nation's best interest. Okay, that's where we stand, because our nation's best interest is us in rulership. And let me get that. And this is Proverbs 29 and 2. Okay, because if the Jake woman really had a mindset geared towards her nation ruling, that would mean her men of her nation ruling, and she ain't crying for that. The average Jake woman is not crying for the Israelite man to be in rulership. Okay, she don't even fucking trust the rulership of his own home. Proverbs 29 and 2, when the righteous are in authority, when the Israelite men are in authority, okay? When the Israelite men are in authority, the people rejoice. Because this word people goes into Israel. Did you know that? But when the wicked Esau beareth rule, the people mourn. The Israelite man mourns, okay? Because you can still get benefits in this system, even just being a woman. This is why the woman is the first one to complain about the 40 hours being cut, even though I just said that article or that video that I came across it might not be true, but what it did was it exposed the mindset. When that whole SNAP rumor came out and they said he's potentially cutting snaps, they lost their mind. What am I going to do? How am I going to feed my kids? Let me see if I can get that for you. Trump to cut SNAP. Let me see. SNAP benefits cut would be blocked under new bill. This was just 2 days ago. So this is still going to happen. Remember, universal basic income. Esau is going to do something with this system that Jake has been getting fat off. Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Well, Jeshurun is fat in Babylon. Or they're fat off the benefits. Okay. Woe to you that receive benefits. All right. Now, Jake has become fat based off the benefits that Babylon has given them, but that single-handedly has put Jake in the spirit to what? To worship. Now let's get 2nd Ezra 9, since I got 2nd Ezra right here open, and let's go to 9 real quick. We haven't even got into the breakdown of the beast yet. It's simple though. It's not a deep, dark saying. Okay, you just got to know history to understand the mystery, as our elders tell us. So let's go to 2nd Ezra 9, and let's start at 9. Okay, so because look, the worshiping the beast is you worshiping the image, and that leads to you receiving the MOTB. You got to put that shit together, man. Okay, you can literally see how Esau has got poor people, keep them poor, which makes them needing him. That he's keeping you in a certain area so that there's nothing you can do what he gives you to survive, and that's idolatry. 2nd Ezra 9 and 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways and they have cast him away despitefully, and shall dwell in torment. So that's going to be through the lake of fire. That's going to be through the Jacob's trouble, because you that worship the beast and his image and received his mark shall reside in the lake of fire. So you cast away camp. You walk by camp with your little punk ass leggings, your man, you driving, you got your Yukon, you got the shades on, niggas still stuck in 2003. They got the best Ludacris hits playing, bumping the music. Fuck niggas, I'm living it up, right? I'll get the double R with 1,000 roses. Just dumb, stupid, vain niggas talking. Just go. So anyways, that kind of Jake, that kind of mindset. That's what's going to lead your ass into the lake of fire, because ultimately you were born in vain. So you need to wake up, man. Okay? You can use this system, but don't abuse the system. You can use the system, don't abuse the system. 1 Corinthians 7:31, and they that use this world as not abusing it. So you're not wicked if you got EBT. You're not wicked. But do you worship it? Do you believe you will still eat if it don't give you that money on the first or the third? It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up. So do you worship it? Do you, what the fuck are we going to do? Where we going to go? What? No, we use this shit. I'm using you. Okay? But you don't abuse it. Now it says, and they that use this world as not worshiping it, right? That's what I see when I read that. For the fashion of this world passeth away. So Jake is stuck on the 40 hours in the check. He said, fuck 40 hours in a meal. Give me 40 hours in overtime. Give me 40 hours in a Nissan. Let me get that Altima. See? So you don't even realize your ass is worshiping the beast. Meaning, once this system tells you got to do this or that, or it cuts this or that, you're in a state of destitute. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? Who can I trust on? Who you going to lean on? Who you going to call on to help you out? So you got to watch out, man. The average Jake worships his system. Think about it. If they cut Walmart off, if they cut food stamps off, if they cut Medicaid off, if they cut Central off, if they cut the lights off, Jake would bug out. Jake would lose their mind. I'm telling you right now, they cut the water off. They cut Jordans off. They cut Newports off. They cut Henny off. They cut the school system. They cut off the hospitals. If they started really cutting down, as they're gonna, because they're getting ready to put the squeeze on. And if you look at society right now, he's slowly conveying you. He's contorting you. He's pushing you in a direction he wants you to go, and that's online. That's for your digital identity. And we see that playing out right before our face. And Trump, this administration, what it's doing is it's cutting off to close in. Cutting off this, cutting off that, then giving you this, and then giving you that. So what they're doing is they're pretty much trimming the fat of this system, of this image, so where you only can rely on what they want you to. It's not a multiple choice. It's A or B. It's chip or death. See? So Jake is getting whiffs of it. He's seeing signs of the system starting to change. And now they're like, wait a minute. What you mean I still can't get Coca-Cola and candy? You're a slave, man. You worship the beast. You want to stay in trust and oppression. See? We use the world. We don't abuse it. Now, let me just see what abuse means real quick. Let's go into this. Let's see. Abuse, to use much, excessively, ill, consume, use fully, overuse, abuse. Let's keep going. What else they got? Let me see right quick. Down through. Okay, we don't want that one. Let's see. My people are as led as a flock to the slaughter. Let's go here. To receive a loan, borrow, to take for one's use. Yeah, like I was saying yesterday at camp, the cell phone ain't yours. You got to pay every month to use it. The house ain't yours. You got to pay every month to live in it. The car ain't yours. You got to pay every month to drive it. None of this shit is yours. But Jake is drunk off of it. And that is because he's worshiping it. You worship the beast because you love the image, then will lead to you getting the mark. Now that we said all that, let's go to this. Here we go. Look at this. Revelations 13 and 15. See? And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea. and having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. Now, this is speaking about the ancient Roman Empire that is back today, and that is through the construction of NATO, EU, and Babylon. And why do we say Babylon is a part of the beast? Well, you got to go to Revelation 17 and 3. Okay? Revelation 17 and 3. Look. Oh, excuse me. Revelations 17 and 3. The doom of Babylon. Why are you worshiping something that's planned to be, that's prophesied to be destroyed? Jake worships this shit, man. They worship, and you know how they worship it? Let me explain. They worship it through the image, because you got your politics, your sports, your military, your so-called democracy, and Jake feels that that has freed them. You know, go Bills, go Buffalo. That freed them. You know, civil rights, that freed them. So they worship that, man. You know how many Jakes that I deal with that I can't really say anything to, because if I do, cognitive dissonance takes place, because you can't say nothing about Kamala, mama, mama. You can't say nothing about the black big mama. You can't say nothing about the Democratic Party. You can't say nothing about bean pies with niggas, because they worship this shit. You can't say nothing about Trina and Nicki Minaj, because that bitch worships her. They worship BET. They trust in oppression. This shit is wild, man. Woe to you. Woe to you that worship the beast. It's the sound of the beast. Rev 17 and 3. So he being the angel carried John the Revelator. He carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman, sit upon a scarlet colored beast. America is a part of the beast, because America is a part of NATO. NATO. Who's NATO? The Treaty Organization that was formed August 4th, 1949. See? Greece, Spain, France, West Germany. Why West Germany? Because you had the NATO was created to stop Russia, which proves Russia is not a part of the beast. IUIC. That's why it's East Germany and not Germany, because excuse me. It's West Germany and not East Germany, because Russia owns East Germany, instead of why is not entirely Germany a part of the beast. See? So when you look at the nations that are in NATO, these are all Edomite nations. Greece, Italy, Spain, France, West Germany, United Kingdom, Portugal, Benjamin, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Canada, Norway, Denmark, Iceland, Turkey. Turkey's on the way out of there. Turkey like, fuck yeah, I'm going with Magog. I'm jumping in Ezekiel 38. And then you got who? The United States. Who's the whore? This is the whore that's on the beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. See? And then when you go into back in Rev 13, the 7 heads represent those 7 major empires that established Esau. So if you kind of broke it down chronologically through history, it would be Greeks, Romans, then you got Germania Major, Germania Minor, Spanish, French, British. And remember, from British, Daniel 7, out of that little horn, the Declaration of Independence is found in Daniel 7. Esau waged war in itself, Revelation 6. So then Babylon was born, and then it was born, and it defeated Spain, French, and British to establish itself. And then through the image, let's go down, through the image, man, we's free, Massa, we's free now. Then he created an image, and now everybody's drunk off that. And now you fast forward to 2025, and niggas is ready to lose their mind for some Jordans and VR with AirPods. Now, when he cuts that off, they're going to lose it. Like, you ever see a baby when they take the iPad away? It's like a demonic attachment. Jake has a demonic, idolatrous attachment to Babylon. That's why the angel had to snap John out of it. Let me see real quick. But Jake's in the spirit now. See, the elect is not going to be consumed by the deception. You can't deceive the elect. But the 2/3, they look at America like a thick ass, sexy white woman. Let me see, where is it? Right here. Rev 17 and 7. And the angel said unto me, wherefore did thou marvel? Damn, look at her ass. Damn. Bitch is thicker than Duncan Hines. And I will tell thee a mystery of the woman that carrieth her, which has 7 heads and 10 horns. See? So John marveled at it, wondered at it, right? Where is that up? Let me see. Is that exactly what I want? It is. It's the point. but she drunk him with the blood of the saints. Okay, I think that's the point I wanted. So see, he was like, why are you marveling at her? But now Jake marvels at her. Let's see what this word marvel means, actually. Okay, Jake thinks that when he thinks of Earth, all he thinks is Crenshaw. It's only America, Hollywood. Just like with the NBA players. You ever notice that they pop the same nasty-ass, overly used U-Haul box women? Like, why aren't you going to Africa? Why aren't you going to small countries and giving them oil and goats, and then you get a virgin? Why does Jake stay right here with all that money? I always say that. I say, you hear Jake's Watson signed for $10 million. Why the fuck didn't he retire after 3 years? Why does he stay in the game? Why do they stay in the game when you have all this money? What's up with that? See, we don't know the details. The devil in the details. I got a lesson cooking up on that statement. But you got to really think, because they're stuck here. They worship it. They marvel at it. To wonder. Look, had admiration. Okay, they admire Babylon. Jake admires white people. Okay, they worship the beast. They worship white people. White man, oh my gosh, look at your white skin, white man. Then he gives him soap, and now he says, look, white man, I'm almost like you. See? Woe to that worship the beast, man. And it's the system. Let's go back to the image. Now let's break down the image, shall we? Okay, so now from there, you can actually start right here. So we will. Revelations 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast. This is a Marika. Coming up out of the earth, just like Daniel, you could precept it with Daniel 7. I saw a little horn, and he had two horns like a lamb, two horns representing his democracy and his political party, Democrat and Republican, like ancient Rome, plebeian, patrician, one for the people, one for society. So he's just playing your ass. As he spake as a dragon, the ancient Roman Empire, and he exercises all the power of the first beast, the ancient Roman Empire, and causes the earth and them that dwell therein to worship. See, the first beast, Christmas worship, because when you worship the beast, how do you worship the beast? You worship the beast through the image. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to explain that. All right. So it says, so you worship the beast, and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, being the Roman Empire, whose deadly wound was healed, Renaissance, right? And he does great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven, fat man, little man, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, in the sight of men. And that put fear on, and that's Psalms 83. How you think Esau's El Jefe, head honcho over all these other nations? Because the Lord blessed him with a sword, which then was prophetically advanced through nuclear, atomic missiles, right? And then the heathens that are round about rice fields, paddies, just like the Roman Empire. How did the Roman Empire get advanced? Through the Iron Age. So Esau has got an advancement in society, but then according to Joel 3, now the weak are saying strong. They're like, hey, we caught up to you, nigga. Okay, we don't have Big Macs. We don't have quarter pounders, but we do got Royale with cheese. See? So Esau, the heathens are catching up to you. So if the heathens are catching up to Esau, what the hell does that leave Jake? A big overweight black woman with blonde hair looking dumb as fuck. Because she's still over here worshiping Esau, and the other nation's like, fuck him. My Coca-Cola better, and it's healthier. You dummy. You done got caught up and roped up with the wrong one. And now you about to go down with his ass because you worship him. You worship the beast. You worship this image, and now that's going to lead you to taking his mark. Look, and deceiveth them that dwelt on earth by the means of the miracles. And you know how he did that with Hollywood? Remember that show ER? Remember the show Cops? So what he's done is he systematically programmed your mind to make him look like of light. Officer friendly, dare, don't do drugs, but he gives you drugs. But Jake worships that with Santa Claus, Miracle on 34th Street. Look at all those old 90 nostalgic movies, and you'll look back and you'll see everything what led today. You'll see how he changed the music, how he used the women, how he used the man, how he put himself up, all of it, okay? His miracles, going into his technology, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on earth that they should make an image. So what's the image? Well, part of it is verse 11, the two horns, democracy. Oh, his religion, his idolatry, days of Lot, Momo, days of Lot, lies, idolatry, his financial system, the Federal Reserve note that he pushed upon the whole world, and Jake dollar dream, dollar bill, y'all. Twerk ass, ATL, throw dollars at me. You worship this shit. You're drunk off this image. Black culture is a part of the image. Patriotism everywhere. Give me the American flag. Let me get a shirt with the American flag that says freedom, but I had to pay for it. Let's just do this. Black people, July 4th. And don't let me fucking add the North in there. Oh my God. I don't even know what that's about. Right here. Patriotism. Got you. Buffalo Soldier. Right? Stolen from Africa. There it is. This is a family that is worshipped and sacrificed to the beast through the image. Gotcha. And white man got her. Okay. She may be with him, but white man got her. And I don't even believe all three of his kids are his. That's how fucking real it is. Excuse my language. But this is a part of worshiping the beast through the image. Patriotism. Then you Masons and shit. Look, they're all clean face. And this fucking chin strap, please leave that in the 99. Please leave this in 99. Why do we see chin straps in 2025? Damn. Let's go back. Damn, Jake. Look at this. And got her ass. Leave her alone. She don't want to be right? Look at this. Patriotism. This is the image. And then he got you through Hollywood. That's a part of the image. Entertainment. That's through the image. Political system. That's in the image. And the military industrial complex. That's the image that Jake worships today. Why the heck? I'm really working on my language. Why in the F do ex-military IUIC members model their marches after Esau's military? What are you doing? You worship the image too. You guilty too. Shit. All right, let's keep going. All right. Oh, and covetous and murder. That's all within the image. Okay, let's keep going. So the image is deep. And Morpheus summed it up best. He summed it up best. He said, when you turn on your TV, when you look out the window, which proves it ain't just a picture of Cesare Borgia, because that falls under the category of just religion. So there's different talking points when it comes to us speaking about the image. Okay? Look. 14. It says, saying to them that dwell on earth that they should make an image to the beast. So this is how he constructed this image, this lifestyle, this culture, westernization. See, once you understand who the beast is, and once you understand who the image is, you can sum it up in two words. The beast is Esau, and the image is Western culture, westernization. But you got to break it down though. You got to make sure that you break it down through edification. And it says, which had a wound by a sword and did live. The ancient Roman Empire fell. The Western Roman Empire, or the pagan Roman Empire, fell. And the Eastern Roman or Holy Roman Empire stayed, which was Jake. And then it was revitalized through the Renaissance, through iconoclasm, because Esau came back into power. Revelations 20. Okay. Now look, and here we go. Where the hell is IUIC with the sound effects? And he had power. Give me the drum roll. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. These people have demons on them. This is how the image lives right here. This is why I don't be speaking to people, man, because they're extremely drunk. That's that wine. So he made this concoction, and then he started sending out shots to everyone out the world. Here, you get a drink. You get a drink. You drink. Drink, nigga, white boy, wasted. They're drunk. And she's the bartender in the house now. This bitch is the bartender. Give me a little drink. She's the bartender. I was home when I was little, fucking standing on my tippy toes on a chair, putting a white angel on a Christmas tree to help my mother. This shit is real, man. This shit is serious. This is really happening, okay? So now, with all that being said, now he's going to introduce a mark to keep your ass in that camouflage, to keep you with this little ass baby afro. You want still black culture? Take the chip. You want a hamburger? Have a side of chips. There you go. Let's keep going. This is real life, man. And he had power. Job 9:24. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. And he had power to give life unto that image. Military, religion, and so on. Government, political party, all that of the beast. That the image of the beast should both speak, and we speaking. That shit'll speak with Esau ain't even in the room. That's why I get offended with Jake. Like, nigga, Esau not even here. Why you keeping the image alive? Are we speaking professionally and personally? Motherfucker, we on earth. We're on earth. But they're so drunk, they worship it. Woe to you that worship the beast. Because you worshiping the beast is you worshiping the image, which leads to you receiving the mark. And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. This is why when you see Jake's going against the grain, not being in simple mode. You ever heard of simple mode? Or is it simple? No, silly mode. Let's put silly mode. Folly said in great dignity. Let's go here. Okay, now let's put Negro. Let's put this in. I'm a dangerous Negro. The American society. Where is it? Aha. A destructive mode among black people, silly versus serious. Keep blacks in silly mode. See? So when Jake is not conforming to the image, he kills you. He locks you up. He destroys you. He kills your character. This is why there's certain Jakes in the NBA didn't make it, even though they're fucking, the best 3-point shooters. Oh, you don't want to stand? You don't want to stand for the national anthem? I'll ostracize you. I'll blackball you. You don't want to get in the dress? What Debo say? Debo didn't want to wear a dress. Let me put that in. Let's see. Debo from Friday talks about dudes who wear dresses. What Terrence Howard just come out? They took your man card. That's because that's how you play to be in the image. And if you don't, they'll kill you. Now, they could kill you physically or they kill your character. Let me show you. Just like with the jump shot. If you took the jump shot, you worship the beast. If you took the jump shot, you worship the image. Let's go here. Show you this word kill. It means he could kill you from society. He could kill you literally or from society. All right? Well, we already dead. So F you. See, to kill. Firing squad, execution, hanging, kill by cops, so on. Life. He can kill you by giving you life. Then 150 more years on top of that. See? Kill. Now, when you click on this, you can also kill you from society. Self-separation. Can't come in. You don't got it. Can't get in. Sorry. I'm sorry. You can't. Remember segregation, things like that, but it's even further now. He'll kill you from society if you didn't have the jump shot, then he'll kill you from society if you didn't take the mark. Okay? If you don't take the mark, if you don't want to worship, then you can't have a cheeseburger. You can't have a cheeseburger. Let me show you this. D Blouse. What is his name? D Blausio. D Blausio. Thank you. This dude? Yes. Now let's just put this in. Hamburger. The hamburgers and the sausages. You remember Finkelstein? New York City Mayor de Blasio promotes new for the jump shot. So the nigga said, if you want to eat, if you want to drink, you better take what we giving you and you better like it. See? So you got to worship the beast through the image and then he's going to give you the mark. Okay? Think burger think food when you think of what we're requiring you to do. Think of food when we're requiring you what to do. So now when the mark comes, imagine that. You want your burger? You want your quarter pounder? You want your Sprite? Black women love that Sprite. You want your Sprite, girl? Here, I got it in my purse. No, you won't be able to get none of that because you got to get this. But all of it is a part of the image, which is a part of the beast, which they're getting ready to impart. Okay? And keep watching that seal. I noticed this seal changes depending who's speaking. Trump at WEF, it was the beak was pointed toward the arrows of war. Doge had an interview on Fox. Elon Musk, it was pointing towards the arrows of war. They're telling you without telling you. So if you have eyes, you can see. So that beast that you worshiping, Jake, that shit's about to tear your ass up. That beast about to tear your ass a new one. And your children, your woman who ain't even yours, because let's be honest, our woman is given over to the system, man. Okay, unless you of the elect and the Lord is dealing with your mind, the majority of our women, they don't see the power in us the way they see the power in Babylon, the way they see the power in the beast. And we're getting ready. We're more powerful than the beast and the image in this system. We're just in captivity right now. So the best thing to do is to bet on the Lord. Don't bet on Babylon because you will lose. Now, where are we at? Okay, where are we at here? Okay, separation, we got that. The point's about made though. So now from here, where are we gonna go for you? Okay, so I put up beast, mark of the beast. Okay, so look at this, Rev 16:2. And so because you worship the beast through the image, you're gonna receive the mark. And the angel, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had received the MOTB. And that's through the not the third letter in the alphabet. Answer. Did you know that your iPhone legally by law is required to tell you that you're supposed to keep your cell phone 5 meters away from you because of the radiation that it produces? Come on now. Jake got to think. The mercies of the wicked are cruel. He gives you something. It ain't as a brother would give. You know, this nigga will sell you shoes, and then you got to buy the shoelaces. You know, it says, and upon them which worshipped his image. So one would say, what was a part of the image? Well, a part of the image was also his 911 edicle. All right, put the M edicle. I can't even say it. I can't even speak plain. But I'm supposed to have freedom of speech. That's supposed to be a part of democracy. That's supposed to be a part of the image. Can you see the deception? So you worship this image by receiving that jump shot. You rolled up your sleeve. So think of me when you think about eating. Think of me when you think about eating. Okay? That's a part of the image. See? So now let's go back. So on the side, when people took what was worshipped through the image. So now imagine when they take the MOTB. But guess what? Destruction is coming for worshiping the beast. So why would you worship something that's going to lose? Rev 19:20. And the beast and Esau and the beast, Babylon, was taken, and with him the false prophet, Catholic, and then every other fake corny ass t-shirt with a single cross and the sunlight through the cloud, bitch ass religion, and the false prophet that wrought miracles before them, with which he deceived them that had deceived to receive the MOTB, and them that worshipped his image. I'm already picturing that Jake with the camouflage on and his cheating ass wife, and had worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire burning with brimstone. And that lake of fire will be in Babylon, which is in America, through the next world war, which will be World War III, or the third woe, after the implication of the mandatory marking. Okay? See? So I believe the point was made. Oh, let me get for us, the elect. I don't want to we are the elect. Revelation 15:2. So what about those that don't receive the mark? Teacher, what about us that don't receive the mark? What about us that say spiritually F Babylon? What about us that keep the spiritual middle fingers up at this place? What about us that ain't with this bullshit, that ain't shaving our face, that don't got a chin strap in 2025? I got you. Rev 15:2. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, the firmament standing over it, beamed up, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast. Fuck this place. F you. You know, you can finish the F-U-C-K. F this place. F Esau. What is the beast? NATO, EU, America, Esau's conglomerate empire, his countries, his rulership. The beast is Esau, but you got to break it down correctly. Okay? And over the beast and over his image. F black culture, F democracy, F religion, you know, F all that. F all this shit, right? And over his image and over his mark. F you and the MOTB. I don't want it. I don't care. I don't care about a cheeseburger. The blousey, I don't care about food. The Lord will feed me. I don't need your house. I don't need your car. I don't need your license. I don't need your religion. I don't need your politics. I don't need your president. I don't need your money. I just need Yahweh Shem El Shai. We got that. So F you. There ain't nothing you could give me. And over the number of his name, 666. Watch out for that 666. Stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh. Hold on. We got to keep reading this. Hold on. What? And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord power almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Boom. Victory. So that's it, man. That's the lesson. So I pray that you brothers and you few sincere sisters was edified through the spirit. I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.